We are live. I think we're live. Should be live. Welcome into the stream. If you're watching this as a recording, feel free to jump ahead a few minutes. We're going to be doing some product research here live today. Over the shoulder, they're sharing my screen. Also, if you're here live, hop in the chat and let me know that you are here, and we'll get started soon. Looking forward to talking to everyone, and hopefully everyone is doing well. If you see me looking over this way, I've got my kind of streaming software set up over here and the chat pulled up. So just making sure everything is in good shape. But yeah, let me know if you're here. Hop in the chat. Looking forward to talking to everyone and getting going on some product research here today. So I've got Helium 10 black box pulled up, and me trying to find $40,000 a month products today. Kind of inspired by my recent Amazon FBA Made in the USA brand launch this year. So do a quick screen share here. Let me put on the big camera and just kind of model what we're looking for here. So that's the magic number we're looking for today. I'm gonna try and help everyone find something like that for themselves and just go through my thought process, how I found that, and show you some of the unique kind of strategies that I'm using at this point in time. And should be a fun stream. So like I said, if you're watching this back, feel free to skip ahead a few minutes until you see things changing on the screen, and I'm gonna wait around and let some people join. Go check in on the stream, in fact. Make sure everything is good. Yeah, so we got 7 people in here right now. I'm gonna wait for a little bit longer till we have some more. If you're in the stream, let me know you're here, and feel free to post any questions that you have in the chat. Okay. So, had 2 cups of coffee, and I'm ready to go. I'm just gonna start this thing off. If you're here, thanks for being here, and we're gonna get moving. If I see anyone post any questions in the chat. Mary says hi from Texas. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you, or hear from you, I guess. Can't really see you, but let's get started. So, like I said, post any questions that you have, and I'm just gonna do my thing here and interact with you as they pop up. So, here we go. Let's do, so first of all, this is Black Box by Helium 10. If you want to follow along, there should be a description under this stream, and there will be a link to use this software for a discount. Reached out to Helium 10, they hooked me up with a discount link for everyone. So I like this button right here. It's actually kind of a new button on Helium 10, this like high growth button. So what that does is it basically gives you a preset of filters, right? So it takes this sales change percentage, and it says there's a minimum change of 10% increase over the past 90 days. That's pretty cool, because that shows me that I'm entering a growing market, which is one of my first pieces of criteria. I need to change the video resolution. How's the stream looking, everyone, by the way? Looking good. Okay. YouTube's yelling at me and telling me that it's I need to change the video resolution because it's not supported. Bear with me. Technical difficulties. We'll be rock and rolling soon. But if y'all are saying it's looking good, I mean, it's probably looking fine. Sophie, hello from Georgia. The country, wow. Welcome. Glad to have you. Hi from Boston. What's up, my guy? Hopefully you're enjoying some Dunkin'. Let's see. I mean, can I get some thumbs up in the chat? Just make sure we're good. YouTube's scaring me. They got a big red error on it saying that it's not good, but I mean, does it look okay? Chat said the live stream looks good. Okay. All right, we're just gonna ignore YouTube then. Let me know in the chat if anything starts messing up, but here we are. Okay. Cool. So, high growth, black box, Helium 10. We are going to be trying to find some $40,000 a month products based on my product that I launched this year. This is the revenue we hit recently, and it's pretty exciting. We're going to try and scale to 6 figures this coming spring with one new SKU and this SKU. It's an exciting time for me for sure. So the only thing that I'm going to change in here, I'm going to take monthly units and I'm going to put that to 500. For those of you who are just tuning in, all we've done is we've come in here, we've clicked on high growth, and then we're just changing this to 500. And then we're going to select some categories. Oh, I guess it changes from high growth once you change anything. Okay, got it. And then categories, we are going to probably start with, what do you guys think? Type a category in the chat and I will do product research based on that. Supplements. Not a bad idea, honestly. Get 3 more. Highest voted, we're using it. Let me know what we're thinking, chat. So, supplements, it's not really a category, right? How do we even get to that? It's kind of like, is that in food? Let's see. I guess I could search it. Helium 10 is pretty cool because they actually let you search. We got a pet supplies as well. That let you search by subcategories as well. Okay, there we go. There's supplements. So we can do endurance, and so we'll do all of the supplements for humans. And then this is a good blend. We could do pet supplies supplements and human supplements. That will be like a perfect combination of what chat wants right now. So Carlton and Sophie, we're combining yours. And let's go search. We're gonna be hanging out for a little while today, so don't worry if there's something that you want to see. We'll definitely have time for it. Can you guys do me a favor as well and like the stream down below? It helps YouTube push out the stream to more people if we see that the people that are here are interacting with it and enjoying it. So I appreciate that. We got 12 people in the stream. I'd appreciate if we can crank it up to 12 likes. That would be awesome. So while this is loading, does anyone have any wins or success stories for me? I want to hear from my viewers. It'd be really cool to hear what everyone's been working on. And how is your Amazon FBA business going? Are you looking for a product still? Did you just recently launch? Be really fun to hear what everyone's working on. Sophie already liked the stream. That's what I like to hear. Thanks so much. Joanna said, I have my product. That's awesome. You mean like you found it and you actually listed it, or you just like you recently found it and you're working on it? So let's check this out. It's funny because we put supplements but there's a lot of stuff that's not supplements. Maybe because we selected, I think, pet supplies as well. So it'll be intertwined with normal pet supplies, it looks like. Joanna's in the process of launching. And Sophie has had her product for 1 year already, but it's a bit seasonal. And someone asked, Argeus, maybe is how you pronounce that. I was wondering if you have ever checked out Data Dive. No, but I've heard about it. I have heard about it, and I've seen it. Someone in my close circle of entrepreneurs that I hang out with uses it and tells me that's pretty cool. Non-breakable pet pooper scooper. Maybe those things are breaking, who knows? So I didn't see anything particularly that I would feel like we could win with branding here. Maybe the like jerky straws is a potential one, but for now let's just move on to page 2. And by the way, let me know if you see anything that you would have clicked on or you want me to click on and explain why I went past it, etc. I've got ultra low latency mode on the stream, so you should be able to see stuff in pretty much real time. Someone asked if the chat is in slow mode. So I believe it's limited to every 30 seconds. I think that's what it is. And I don't think I can actually change this stuff during the stream, unfortunately. Let me check. Maybe. Yeah, I think you have to wait 30 seconds in between every message. Sorry about that, if that's annoying. Like I said, first stream here on YouTube in over a year. So bear with me on the technical side, and if anything's a little weird, but yeah, okay. Sorry about that. So now I am going to find new product and supplement and vitamins niche. Interesting. Well, just certainly make sure that you understand who your customer is better than any of your competitors, and make something based off of what they truly want, not just what's different than your competitors. Make sure your branding is really powerful too. Like if they see your main image, they should feel like they would be really missing out not to have at least clicked on it. And then it's up to your secondary images, obviously, and your features of the product to make the sale and make that conversion. So this brings up a good point. So like these Ollie chicken and apple jerky dog treats, there is a repurchasable model there, right? So you can buy this thing more than once, and in fact, if your dog loves it and like you really like the ingredients, you could subscribe to the listing. By the way, on our listing, my listing for my new brand, I say our because it's a company and I have a business partner and we have one employee, freelancer, but there's 112 people subscribed to our listing every month, which is basically a guaranteed, give or take, $4,000 a month in revenue. It's only 10% of our total sales, but it is still, it's nice to know that, you know, there's this recurring revenue model there. So that is one of the pieces of criteria that I look for when I'm figuring out if I want to potentially sell something, is do I think I can have a higher lifetime value of a customer than just a one-time purchase? That's really important to me. There's two big KPIs in business, right? CAC, cost to acquire a customer, and then LTV, which is the lifetime value of that customer. If you can get your CAC to be significantly less than your LTV, it's a done deal. You've got a successful business. It's like simple metrics, investable metrics that you should be looking at your business on and analyzing opportunities on. So how many reviews do you have in order to do 40K in revenue each month currently? We have just over 100 reviews now. Carlton Banks, how much capital is realistically needed to get started? I launched my Made in the USA brand last spring with $6,400, I think was everything we paid for our first order. Joanna said, I'll keep that in mind for my next product. Yeah, for sure. And by the way, if anyone is, interested, what sparked this stream, I don't do these here very often on YouTube. I probably won't do one for a long time again, but I do this twice a month in my Savage Sellers group. There's a link in the description. If anyone here is like, I need to go to the next level, I need mentorship, like I need a community to actually do this in and consistent help from someone, definitely go check that out, and I'd be happy to have you there. There's 2 different tiers. I could show everyone that really quick. So if you join the first tier, you get access to my course, which I put out a new video every single week, at least once per week, generally about 30 minutes long, so it's always up to date. And then there is a monthly market product picks. Sorry, it changed to creator mode here. Oh, this is how I do it. Yeah, there's this one. So you get my course every week, monthly market picks, personal templates, and then a live Q&A like this twice a month. So you can always get your questions answered. This one comes with one-on-one help from me. So it's everything you get in here, plus the ability to actually talk to me for an hour every single month as well. Not a sales pitch, but just since a lot of you are asking and like in the building phase of this business model. So let's see here. Yeah, I'm very picky nowadays. I really have become quite convicted in the fact that like if I want to build something, I need to have the 5-year vision there. Like I've stopped just looking at an opportunity as like a quick cash grab, because it's just not exciting or fun to me anymore to do that. I want to see that there's an acquirable business to be built here. Have you added any variations yet, or do you have only the one? Is it good to add multiple variations? So that's a really good question. We just have one SKU in our brand right now, and variations can actually hurt a listing in the beginning. And here's why. Because you're splitting up your sales rank across multiple individual ASINs technically. So like instead of 10 sales per day on one ASIN, if you have like 5 and 5, well, technically you have the ranking power of 5 sales a day, because either one of those ASINs only got 5 sales a day. So it dilutes your ranking capability. After a while, if you have something successful, like we could just create another size variation of our product, a smaller size for cheaper. And at this point, that would probably do pretty well. It would probably do successfully, but I don't think it would drive more revenue than just launching a completely new SKU, if that makes sense. So I look at things in terms of leverage. If I have to work on a project, what's the highest leverage thing I can do? Meaning put the least amount of effort in and get the most amount of output out. And I tend to try and make business decisions in that way. So I would encourage you to just simply look at that. Like, do I think adding another variation of this is the highest leverage activity to use capital in my business on? Or do I think it is higher leverage to launch a completely new novel SKU in the same market that my customers would be more excited to buy than just maybe like a different color variation of this one? These are actually not bad either. Like, I probably wouldn't sell these, but the idea is there, right? The absorbent pads, because they're repurchasable. So that's one of those things that I like to look for. Anything where you can move a person through a line of products or have them buy the same thing more than once is already a better starting point in my mind, because of that LTV, right? Because we can pay more to acquire them knowing we're going to make more on the back end. Hera said, thanks for the explanation. Absolutely, no problem. It's funny, we put in all those supplement categories and I haven't even seen like a single supplement. Does anyone have some big failure stories? Like products that didn't go well? I'd be really interested to hear that as well. I certainly have had my fair share. I remember one time I ordered this thing called, it was an avocado pillow. It was like this, like one of these plush things. So this was the original one, the Squishable. And as soon as my inventory became active, I got like copyright striked by them, because I guess the one that I was selling was like, it looked just like kind of like any one of these, but for some reason mine got taken down. And that sucked because I had bought like however many of these things, like 500 avocado pillows to sell, and it just immediately I couldn't sell them. So that wasn't fun. That was like 2019. I can't believe that's 4 years ago. Feels like it was yesterday. Made a ton of money on an electric makeup brush cleaner for 3 months, and then had a bunch of sellers compete with me and profit margins crashed. That's a really, really common problem in private label, right? Electric makeup brush cleaner. So the problem with all of these is that the only way to win with this model, when you're not, someone's not buying it from you, right? That's branding. They want it from you. If someone wants a Nike tracksuit, I can't say, hey dude, go to Walmart, right? They've got tracksuits. They're like, what? No, I don't want a Walmart tracksuit. I want a Nike tracksuit. Or like, you know, I want a Vans hat. I don't want a Kirkland hat, okay? So that's the equivalent here. It's the generic brand means nothing purchases. So the way to win here is you have to have the lowest price on goods. So you need to have a absolutely amazing manufacturing and sourcing strategy, which usually comes with volume. So if you have a huge company, you actually can win with junky little gadgets like this, because you can get your cost to purchase the product so low, everyone else is paying $6, you're paying $2. Then you could win because you can pay more to acquire a customer. So you can make the PPC bids unbearable for everyone. No one wants to pay for it. Everyone's unprofitable. Like you probably left the market. And then one seller ultimately is left at a low price no one can compete at, and they crush it. So does private label work? Yes, but you have to be a master at sourcing really the lowest price possible product if you're doing that cheap generic model. That's the only way it can work. And that was explained to me by someone who actually works in an agency that looks at multi-million-dollar brands that have been successful with private label. So I have all these like different unique ties and small network that is fun to see this business through, because I start to over the years understand all of it more. In the beginning I was kind of ignorant. I just thought like, oh, anyone can go in and just like generically compete with this company if you just like add something else to it. But then you forget that everyone's trying to do that. So that's why I stopped selling private label products, right? That doesn't excite me. I don't want to like win by being the cheapest and being like a master at sourcing things from China. I just want to have a great brand that people are excited to buy from, that they don't care if it's $10 more expensive. They're going to buy it anyway. Harris said exactly. There's no real differentiation when you just competed on price. Chinese sellers had a sourcing advantage. Huge lesson learned. Yeah, absolutely. That's a lesson that everyone should take close to home. I'm a little bit bored with a lot of this stuff. I think I'm going to take some of the pet stuff out. So if we go up to here, edit filters, I'm going to take cats and dogs out of the equation, I think. And we'll just go look at supplements, because I think Sophie requested a long time ago we look at supplements. Like, why are all the dog things still here? I'm so confused. Let me see. Maybe it's in one of the subcategories that we did. How would I even see that? So let's see here. Boom. I guess I could just do that one. And then there's got to be like a pet supply related thing. I don't understand. There isn't. Oh, handmade products. Aha. Pet supplies off. Apply filters. Aha. Now we got it. There we go. So let's see here. Can I get a thumbs up in the chat again? Stream's still looking good? Let me know. I got a little bit of nervous energy from the warning message from from YouTube saying I was trying to stream Human Seed. Looks good. All right. I'll open some black Human Seed. Let's check it out. So here's the cool thing about supplements. It's a game that you can just keep playing. Barriers to entry, there's some hoops to jump through. At the end of the day, everyone kind of is selling the same thing. So it's very similar to private label in that way of like, yeah, you could just take the same ingredient, private label it here in the US with like a new label and maybe sell some, but to really win and take it to the next level, you need the influencers, you need the brand, you need the trust in the ingredients, trust in the message, and be pulled towards it in some type of way like that. Howdy. What's up, buddy? I was just talking about you. How do you see 500 at a time in black box? Mine have limit to only 200 at a time. I think it's because we're looking at products and not keywords. I have these. I know him. Yeah, I have the iodine liquid drops. So that's a good example of like that brand. I think it's Mary's. Yeah, Mary Ruth's. Come on, Mary Ruth. Probably crushing it. There's a feeling there that you get from this. And now it's just iodine that's unflavored. So it's like, I go into like Gordon Ramsay mode when I see some of this stuff. I just start like scrunching my face. Anyone can put iodine in a bottle, and that's not why it sells, right? So there's equity in this branding, and it's a weird form of equity because it's not like I recognize it so I bought it. It's more like I'm pulled towards it because I like it, and that's a different. I don't even know. I don't necessarily have the terminology yet for what that is. It's like brand gravity, I would say. When something just makes you feel a certain way when you look at it. That's what I'm trying to master. That's like the $10 million skill I'm trying to build. Maybe I'm undervaluing it. $100 million skill I'm trying to build is brand gravity. Can I just continuously create things, whether it be the whole brand with products under it or just new products in a line of a brand, that people feel this pull towards it and they feel like they have to purchase it. And ultimately, I mean, that comes from kind of the same kind of story that Alex Ramosi tells about like $100 million offers. It's like, I think the brand should be so good people feel like they can't say no. But anyway, yeah, so we're not going to find too many different examples looking through supplements. It's like they're all the same story. It's all just what I just said. It's like, yeah, they're all pretty much there. You obviously want to have good quality ingredients, and you obviously need to have that brand gravity. All right, chat. We're going to go to keyword research now. Phase 2 of the live stream. I want to have everyone help me out. So put some categories in the chat for this one. We're not doing supplements. We're not doing pet supplies. I'm going to go search volume 3000. And go price. Yeah, 12's fine. And then probably no more than like 45. Like that price range. Impulse buy range, 15 to 50. So you can either play around with monthly revenue or you can do monthly sales in units. I have Don says, thanks for sharing this knowledge. You got it, brother. So yeah, I think I always do monthly revenue. I'm probably going to go monthly units. Let's do, they're selling 1,000 units a month. Guided meditation and motivational quotes says meditation aids. Don't you think that's a little biased? We could do that. It's not really a category though. I guess that's like health health and household. Okay, 1 for health and household. Oh God, is the stream like whited out right now? That was weird. See, I knew I needed to be a little bit cautious. How long do you think you can ignore YouTube's warning before it just goes? It looks like it's glitching. Is it glitching? Yeah, that's not looking good. That's a bad viewing experience right there. Yeah, I need to figure some stuff out before the next stream. I think it's the ultra low latency mode, because I'm trying to stream at 1440p, but it's on ultra low latency, and they specifically said not to do that. So books and meditation, well, books, we don't do that here, really. That would be like you're reselling books or you're writing a book. So that would be very difficult to explain. All right, I'm gonna potentially throw some out there. Oh, my camera just went. Hang on. Got to get the camera back on. Manual focus. Target acquired. Okay, there we go. Chat, where are my categories at? There's 18 of you out there. There should be 18 categories in here. When you say brand, do you mean an entirely new product market fit or differentiated product with a twist then presented as a brand? Yeah, more so differentiated product with a twist. Not so much an entirely new product market fit. That is a little bit beyond what I'm working on right now. Kind of already have product market fit, and you're working on, hey, buy it from me instead or better. Okay, here we go. I said no pets. So sports and outdoors is a very good vote from Randy. Randy's my guy. He's in our Patreon. Very active. He's been watching the course. And yeah. So I'm good with any product in my niche. Candles, healing rocks, etc. I'm curious, do you sell on Amazon? Because if so, and if you have a YouTube channel, that could be a smart funnel. All right, home and kitchen. Here we go. Chat's firing on all cylinders now. Let me change that a little bit. Hang on. I'm realizing I'm like sitting not in the center of the screen. There we go. Randy says the course is great. You hear that? So, home and kitchen, and then I heard sports and outdoors so far. I like those. Let's keep it simple. We'll do those too. I'm going to do a little bit of a change here. So I'm going to go... where is the filter I'm looking for? Oh, it's not here. Duh. I was thinking of the products filters. Is your course complete like it was the old one you made? So this course I'm doing a little bit differently. I want to say 9 videos out now, between like 30 minutes, 40 minutes long. And I'm doing it in real time because I'm getting your feedback on what everyone wants to see. And then I'm taking you through the journey every single week. So it's much more interactive this time around instead of just like, hey, here's 100 videos. Hopefully that works for you. Now it's like you can attend the live Q&As in the course just like you're doing here, and also get, you know, videos made for you if like I see a lot of people are like still confused about something. I'm like, okay, we'll just do another course video about that. So it's been really fun. Have I ever tried dropshipping? Yes, I absolutely have. Absolutely. I had a semi-successful dropshipping business when I was 18. I had I wonder if the domain is still active. It's definitely not. I think someone reached out to me and said you can't use this. Yeah. So it was called envoygaming.com. And we sold mobile game controllers. I sourced them from AliExpress, for like $2.70 a unit, I think, and I think I sold them for either $19.99 or $24.99. And Facebook ads I got relatively successful with. And then the biggest thing that was always driving sales for me was I would go to a little bit of a detour here, but I would go to Instagram, and just to answer this question, I would target this page called, it was like PUBG Mobile. Let me see. It wasn't the official one. It was like one of these, probably, like something like this. Well, I had a lot more followers than that. They had like 6-figure followers. But we would do influencer shoutouts, and because of the fact that, okay, now it's showing, yeah, here we go. I think it might have even been this one for all I know. I would reach out to a company like this. I would just like message them, and because it's such a niche area, they have a lot of reach, right? So like they were getting thousands of likes and stuff, but there was really no paid products for them to influence for. So I'd be able to just pay them $50, and they would do a shout out where they had a swipe up like story, and then they also had like a post that stayed on their page for the duration of the shout out. And we would do like $600 a day in sales every time we did that. So we try and do that like once a week, and we tried to space it out, and then in the meantime be running Facebook ads. Ultimately, the thing that got me to stop doing that was customer service. I was doing worldwide shipping at that point, and it was like, oh my god, it was a nightmare. Like people in Brazil would order it, and then there's like some weird customs you don't know about, and like AliExpress tries to ship there, and it would take like 4 weeks to get the product, and people would want refunds. It just became a little bit of a nightmare. So I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm going back to, at that point I had already had a successful Amazon FBA product, and I was like, the ease to sell on Amazon is so nice. I'm not doing this. It just seems backwards. It's an interesting model that I've discounted, but it makes you think about a customer in a different way. The disruptive marketing model is very interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah, it was pretty cool, right? Because we weren't necessarily doing anything special. I just would win with like brand videos. So instead of just sending people to a static listing, I would film these like videos of myself using the products. It was a mobile game controller, right? So what I would do is I would take like, I would attach it to my phone, and then I would take like my camera and I would put it here, and I would have like me winning a round of like Fortnite Mobile or PUBG Mobile with the triggers, and it would be like this text on the screen would be like, these things are a hack. Like, this is amazing. Like QVC style marketing. Like, I can't believe you can use this. This is unfair. And yeah, people really like converted pretty heavily on that. Amazon is a way better model for anyone who's wondering. Yeah, definitely. Thanks. My main concern is when I join, will I be able to do the whole process from how to search and buying the product to send it to Amazon and sell? Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, so for instance, the send to Amazon videos aren't out yet, but by the time you're ready, they will be, because you were saying how to search and buy a product. That stuff takes months. I mean, within the next few weeks, we'll be there. So, yeah. And then once like I feel like I've covered everything at a pretty basic level, because of the recurring model of this one, where it's like a subscription and not just one-time thing, so it's less expensive, but you're there every month, I'll just continue to make everything better and better. All right, so we're in the keyword section now, and I'm actually seeing some interesting stuff. So airsoft gloves kind of got my attention, certainly an enthusiast market. I remember I had like friends when I was younger who would like go do airsoft events. Like you go and play it, and they like have like the serious multi-hundreds of dollar airsoft guns and stuff. Yeah, direct response is not very, it's really not like dealing with customers. You need employees at that point. You need customer service employees. Black floating shelves. Learn my lesson with the floating shelves. I don't have the sourcing knowledge to make that work. If you do, congratulations. Yeah, so these big things like that, again, I don't think customers really care who they're getting it from. They kind of just want the nicest looking one for the best price. Talked about that model a little bit earlier. All right, I'm doing a like the stream call out again. Oh, I'm still stuck on, I forgot to switch it back. There we go. Sorry about that. I was looking at products, but I wasn't sharing my screen. Yeah, like the stream call out. 18 people watching. Let's get up to 18 likes. That would be amazing. Try and get some more people in here. Let's make it a party. Yeah, so a lot of these are kind of interesting. So whenever you do like the home and kitchen category, you do get a lot of this stuff where it is more so. It's almost harder to differentiate because it's the customer can almost be anyone. That's like a telltale sign that it's really not an enthusiast market, because enthusiasts can relate to each other. I like to think of it in like terms of a convention or a get together. How would those people interact? Like a bunch of people who all bought black velvet hangers probably have nothing in common. So the more in common your customers have, like the better they would get along if you put them all together, the closer you are to an enthusiast market, because they'd all have that talking point, that thing to relate over. Wow, we got up to 17 likes out of 18 watching. Oh, 18, nice. That's some serious, the conversion rate on that, 18 out of 18, that's pretty nice. Let's see. Just start thinking of everything in terms of like CVR. By the way, if I go buy something, like I said, the stream is in near real time. I think there's like a 2-3 second delay. Let's see, I'm gonna wave. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4-second delay. If you see something, put it in the chat. I will click on it and I'll give you, even if I don't like it and I wouldn't have clicked on it, I'll let you know what I think of it. So it's like a way for you to test what you would have clicked on and what I think of it. Not that what I think really even matters. You know, I just have my own story in business and I'm doing my own thing. So just one version of many different ways you can, you know, do something in this area, in this world of entrepreneurship and e-commerce, but nonetheless. Hey Greg, what's going on? Can everyone put how many products they've sold in the chat? Like how many Amazon FBA products have you sold, or drop shipping or e-commerce? Like what's your experience level with e-commerce? I'm curious. What everyone, and feel free to say 0, just getting started, just kind of interested, learning right now. That's cool too. It'd be awesome if we could have 18, 19 responses to that question. That'd be really cool. I'd gain a lot of insight about how to make better content for you. And yeah, it's funny how, like, I used to love the home and kitchen category. Now everything I look at here, I'm like, I couldn't win on this. I could not do this. Okay. This is about how exciting product research is. It's so funny. This is the topic. I've polled it many times. Not P-U-L-L, P-O-L-L, poll, like surveyed. Everyone on YouTube just wants to watch this. It's like, I want to make other videos. It's like, no, just make product research videos. That's all anyone wants to say. To me, it's like relatively, I mean, I guess it's kind of fun, but it's basically just like looking at scrolling. That's all that product research is. I would say not market creation, like product creation. What's the word I'm looking for here? like more like the brand creation, like product packaging, like the graphic design and the look of a product and the feel of it, like the actual literal creation of it. That's my favorite part of this business. Put in chat, like, what is your favorite part of working on an e-commerce business? Because it's probably different for everyone. Some people might really like the marketing side and the ads. Some people might just like creating listings or sourcing, or, building a relationship with an audience. I'm curious about that too. Yeah, I'm having a hard time finding anything that I would necessarily. Oh, hang on. I saw rifle slings that could potentially work. Yeah, this one, we'll look into this, but really quick and take a minute to answer the questions in the chat. So my first Amazon product was a wall hanger, differentiated, had killer photos, but ultimately it was a price race to the bottom, although we got 4 out of 5 ratings and 2 full shipments. Yep, typically you're going to be beat by someone who can get the product for a lower price. Randy sold 2 products on Amazon. Drop shipping 20-ish, selling about $1,800 a month. Oh, nice. 1,800 units a month or revenue? 4 Amazon products, dropped them all. Been there. Hey, in the past 5 years, I've sold like close to 20 private label products. I don't sell any of them anymore. I just do my new brand now with 1 product. E-commerce affiliate for 16 years with a lot of experience. Only 1 product launched on Amazon so far. Second product shipment got lost. What? That's crazy. Got lost. Do you have any insurance with the freight forwarder or anything? Excited a 3-year-old brand in 2019. I don't know what that means exactly. Started maybe. Started another brand last year. Oh, exited. Duh. The text is small from here. It looked like excited. Nice. That's cool. It was going really well until the Amazon AI generated review summary. Totally misrepresented our product. Has anyone else seen errors? Branding and packaging, my favorite part too. Yeah, that's where it's at. Yeah, sorry to hear about the shipment, dude. That sucks. 120 to 130 units at $14.99. Okay, cool. I like to hear from everyone. That was great. Yeah, we'll get a full refund at market value. Looking to source from a different place and launch. Yeah, isn't sourcing like one of the... That's really the part, like if you can master that. I mean, it is kind of boring and it's a little bit technical, but you're at a significant advantage if you're better at sourcing than anyone in your market, especially if you understand like SKU economics better, like how to pack it smaller, how to engineer it to like be lighter, fit into a smaller, but like more efficient shipping. It's really underestimated. I would not be able to sell my product if I didn't source it from the US. It's just too heavy. It's too bulky. I wouldn't be profitable. But actually, here's a cool story for everyone. I ship roughly an 8-pound product for 18 cents a unit. 16 cents a unit when we're not in Q4. Q4 is about 22 cents a unit. But that's my shipping cost for an 8-pound product. 8 cents per unit. Not $2, not $1, like not $4. 18 cents a unit, 14 cents a unit, or 22 cents a unit, depending on what warehouse we're shipping to. Because we're shipping from the US to the US. Amazon literally picks up my shipment for me. There's no other freight handler, so I'm paying Amazon's shipping terms. From China? No. From the US. My brand is made in the US. So the reason I clicked on this one, Rifle Slings Tactical, is because there's an enthusiast customer there. Now, a lot of these are made in China, which I think made in the USA could be an advantage here. I think people would go for that because I'm thinking of who this customer is, gun enthusiast. They would support a local US brand. That's very much so in line with their like kind of code of ethics and who they are as an individual. So I think I still have it written on the board by me yet. GFDP under your customer avatar. So goals, fears, pain points, and desires. So if you can think of who the person is that buys this and then think of their goals, their fears, their pain points, and their desires, you have a much better grasp on how to design that product, who they are, and what they would go for, what type of marketing they'd be susceptible to. Sorry, I mean you only pay 13 cents per unit to ship from your manufacturer to FBA. That's incredible. Yeah, exactly. That's all that I pay. And it's an 8-pound product. So that's like the benefit of moving your sourcing operation closer, if you can do it. It was sourced locally in Europe and used a dodgy courier. Lesson learned. Yeah, I've had some shipments go rogue. The worst shipment I ever had was a shipment from Vietnam. It was before I made the switch to US sourcing, and I was sourcing from China a lot, and I was like, I want to move away. Like, can I find someone? It might be a good barrier to entry if I find a supplier that's not in China. And I did, and it was like, oh man, it was bad. It took 6 months to arrive. And 3 months into it, when I reached out to the freight forwarder and said, hey, how's the shipment going? After they'd already said they picked it up, they said, what shipment? What shipment? I almost lost my mind. I was like, what shipment? What do you mean, what shipment? It was bad. Can you recommend a good package designer? So package design is really easy because it's all based on what your brand is trying to accomplish. And if you're going to package design, you should already have a really good feeling of what the brand should look like. So for instance, when I went into package design, I'm gonna take a quick detour here. This is why live streams are fun, because it's like you get bored on one thing, you just go to another thing. So I went to so there's two brands that I really, oh, sorry, that was a branding example, but not the right one. So if you've been a fan of my channel for any time, you'll know that Liquid Death, even though I spelled it wrong, we heavily based our... Wait, what? There's a Bored Ape water company? Are you serious? That's like the NFT thing. Art and collabs, limited edition, blind box, one collectible can. Every order is a surprise. This is so interesting. I need to look into this. What? Okay, anyway. This was a huge representation of what we wanted our brand to look like and feel like, because we had this edgy style branding in our market. So we used that, and we said, sent pictures of this to our package designer, and we're like, this is what we want the box and like the character on the packaging to look like. Like the style, don't just copy this again. Like steal like an artist, don't steal like a thief. Like you take an inspiration and then you change it, but it's your starting point. And then there was another company that we used, which is called, it's obviously not going to be on Amazon because it's alcohol, Voodoo Ranger. It's one of my favorite IPAs, and I was like, this is genius. We need to have package design like this. So there's like this brand rep essentially built into the packaging. So it's really interesting, right? Because personal branding is really unique because you're kind of buying into that person and that brand, right? Obviously. Mr. Beast, personal brand, worth $1 billion. This is like, you can create a built to sell business, meaning it's not tied to you personally, with a character, so the customer can relate to the character. And then you can take this character and you can put them all over things in different variations in different ways and create this brand feel where no matter where you go, no matter what you buy, you know it's from this brand because of the brand character. That's the story. So we wanted to do that with ours. For Liquid Death, it is the skull that's melting, or like made out of water type thing. For Voodoo Ranger, it's the ranger, but he's always just a skeleton. So we wanted to have that in our market. So knowing that, you can go start from a point on Fiverr where you're looking for packaging that's made in that image. Meaning it's not exactly what you're looking for, but a lot of the packaging is similar to the thing you're trying to create. So don't go to anyone that just has good ratings that makes modern floral design packaging and just be like, hey, can you make this? Go to someone who already has a dark style and then have them do that if you're trying to make something like this. So you look through their portfolio of things they've worked on in the past. How much of this is exactly like what we're trying to do in both the illustration style and the fonts they're using, etc. and then invest in someone, show them examples of how your packaging should look based on brands that you want to imitate and look like. And then, by the way, packaging is one of those things where there's basically a template built into any high level product. So if you buy a can of Liquid Death, you'll notice there are some parts to this packaging. There is brand name, there is product description, there is product description 2, there is a tagline. Can I get the back of the can? Let's see. There's a message. I can't. Okay, so this is brand story up top. There's long story and short story. So short story is the first paragraph and it's complete in and of itself. If you read the whole thing, that's long story. So what we did is we took a look at a can of Liquid Death and we said, what's everything that's on here? Not literally, because like that's not our product, but we're like, what are the things they felt like was, as a 9-figure company, important to mention on the can? From branding to story to explanation. And we just did that. We took that as a template and filled it all out for ourselves, and then put that on our packaging in a new format with a new look, and that's like how we built our brand. I once had 1,200 units which FBA could not locate in their warehouse for 2.5 months, selling at $50 a unit. At the end, just paid me out for the sales. Turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Did I have my packaging designed on Fiverr? Yes, I did. And my packaging designer is my homie now. We've worked with them again since then. They are awesome. This is so interesting. This is like a new, I have to look into this, NFT mineral water company. I mean, so we've all seen Bored Ape. So is it by them? Like the creators of that? I wouldn't be surprised. They had all that media. Art that fuels. This is going to be huge, guys. Seriously, keep your eyes on this. Assume you wouldn't want to share the profile. You've got that right, my friend. That's kind of like, I share almost everything, but there's a few resources that I have where I'm like, this is like, I look at them almost like an employee of mine at this point. They're so good. But they're on Fiverr. You could technically find them. Do you use the coupon feature on your listing? I feel like if you do, Amazon ranks your listing higher and shows it in more places. Okay, so that's a good question. Technically, making a customer click can reduce conversion rate. So when you see a listing, I forgot we opened this, by the way. If you see a listing with a coupon, let's see, can we find one here? I have to click on this once I select my size. So go here, check this out. Coupon shows up. If I do this, I heard from my buddy that can technically reduce conversion rate, because they've now had to do an extra click. Click is friction. Reduced clicks equal purchases. That's why Amazon literally created the buy now button. Like, innovated that. Didn't exist. They said one-click purchasing needs to happen. Making my customer click again is not something I want to do. I want them to purchase instantly. So no, I do not do that. I do, however, have coupons on my website that if you go and add to cart, you can add them in the coupon code section. Do you have the packaging sent to your manufacturer, or do you just send the design to them for them to make? I have a packaging manufacturer separate from my product manufacturer. So we work with a company here in the US as well to make our packaging. And then, yeah, the empty packages get shipped to my manufacturer. And we custom designed our packaging in every way. So it's not like they had this size box and we just printed on it. We actually like custom design the packaging to be the perfect fit. So all the dimensions and everything are fully custom. Wow, very interesting. Click friction. Yeah, click friction. And I'd like to think it works because we have a 15% conversion rate lifetime on our listing. And we've never run a coupon. So that's good. Really good. It's actually the highest I've ever had. And it's a product that's more expensive than everything in the market. How long have we been going live here? An hour on the dot. 15% is amazing. I know, right? We're super pleased. But we put a lot of work into the presentation and into like what our listing feels like when you look at it. How do they get that extra information above the bullet points? Did you mean on the airsoft gloves thing? This? I think that's categorical. So listings are not created equal. Different categories have different listing building structures. What is your product? I'll never tell. Sorry. I've told a lot of my products in the past on the channel. This one's not going to be one of them. Because I'll tell you why. As soon as I say it, all of my marketing efforts go to shit. All of my metrics are unreliable because everyone searches it and they click on my ads. Not going to do it. On the other product, like example brand. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I lost what we were talking about. If you remember the brand name, I'd go back to the listing. But yeah, let's try and do a little bit more product research here today. We haven't accomplished the goal of the stream yet. The goal was to try and find a $40,000 a month listing, and I want to make good on that. So I'm gonna try and do that. Focus up. Greg said, Paul, did Amazon do their AI generated review summary on your listing category yet? Did it summarize your product fairly? Need to check on mobile to see if you haven't already. I could go look right now. I'm pretty sure it did. We have really good reviews, so I think it only helped. Let's take a look. Oh, my camera died again. Here we go. We're good. Don't worry. Okay, yes, I do have an AI generated review, and it says customers like the quality, the appearance, and the blank of this blank. They mentioned that it's great for blank. Some really appreciate the blank, which helps to ensure blank. And I've got a quality check, an appearance check, and a blank check. So yeah, we have an AI generated review. We spent a really long time on R&D, so our product's really legit and people love it. So it has not done anything bad to my listing. Which was like one of the most gratifying things ever. To make a product, spend a lot of time on it, source it here locally, and then have everyone love it. Like that is such a good feeling. So different from like the private label model of like, you start getting reviews and you're like, you don't even want to look at them when you see there's like a new review notification because you know it's just the same product as everyone else, but slightly different. This I take pride in it. It feels good. Like I get butterflies in my stomach thinking about the potential of the brand. And it didn't take that much longer. Like it took a little longer, but not that much longer, not that much more expensive. So I'm really excited, like the things that I'm working on. That's why like I wholeheartedly believe when I'm like, hey, go join Savage Sellers. It's like the link in the description. It's from me, and I don't see anyone talking about the stuff that I'm talking about in the way that I'm talking about it from the experiences that I've had. Like being a private labeler and then wholeheartedly switching to brand building and really winning with it. And so, yeah, I really believe in like what I'm doing right now. AI on our listing has wrecked us, marked positive as negative, blah, blah. Anyway, I'll stop interrupting you now. No, I genuinely enjoy talking to everyone. Definitely not an interruption. That sucks, though. That really does suck. Plastic water bottles. You know what? I'm in a good mood right now. Great mood right now. I'm gonna offer everyone in chat a deal. But you have to join within the next hour. If you go join my one-on-one tier of Savage Sellers, I will give you 2 calls this month instead of 1. And that does not count for anyone who joins after the stream. It's only here. It's only now. Just as an opportunity, because there's so many people in here with great questions, and I want to help you guys. So it's essentially half off. I'm gonna give you a double month. You have to sign up in the next hour. So it's noon Pacific Standard Time. By 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, whoever joins is getting 2 calls instead of 1 on their first month. Let's see here. I really want to find something good. I think I'm going to have to go do a category change. I'm going to change it to be a little bit more like, we set this up kind of with everyone in mind. I'm going to change it to more like kind of how I would look. Let's do something like that. I'm going to get rid of home and kitchen. I'm going to do search volume is going to be 4,000. I'm going to do 5,000 review rating. You'll notice one of the things that changed when I started doing brand building is my care for customer review ratings has totally shifted. Like I compete with, you know, listings that have 11,000 reviews, and it doesn't matter. So yeah, that has shifted massively. Let's say a search here. Oh, you know what the problem with that is? The reviews, 600 sales times 1,200 is like nothing. So we need to go revenue here instead, since we have such a big price change. So now that you created a brand, every other future product will be about this product. It'll be about that customer, not about this product. Awesome live stream. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Like I said, I don't do this on YouTube very often. This is something that happens twice per month in Savage Sellers. So I just wanted to, I had a lot of fun. We just did our first Savage Sellers live stream recently, and exactly in this format. And I wanted to do another one just for free for all my YouTube subs. So I'm going to go 10,000. No, let's do like 18,000 per month in revenue. Okay, here we go. So right away, this is something that people would overlook. Papaya seeds. That's the kind of stuff that I love. It's like so obscure, and anyone who's trying to grow a papaya, I mean, that's a dedicated individual. So like if you can come and show them like we're the papaya kings or queens, whatever, like they'll probably buy from you. So it's those little things, like it's getting away from the gadgets, the private label, the shelves, the decor, moving more towards things that people just care about getting a good version of. Okay. Not entirely anything there just yet. Let's see. Shout it out if you see it and you like it. Can everyone in chat wish Paul a happy early birthday? My boy Mitchell calling out my birthday. Yeah, it's my birthday. Soon, very soon. All I want for my birthday is for you to build a great business. That's my birthday wish. Happy future birthday. Thanks. That's very kind. Happy birthday, Sav. Happy birthday. Thanks. Very kind, everyone. Would you stay away from clothing, shoes, and jewelry? Yes, I would. I don't have any experience in that area. I think if you can relate to that area, if you have any area of expertise like that, like you feel like you have a distinct advantage in understanding people, how they buy clothing, like what type of jewelry is, like where's the gap in those markets, that's not me. Like I'm wearing a green hoodie, and you know, I think I have like the only jewelry I have my girlfriend bought for me. So I certainly don't understand that market well enough to like I think venture there. Thanks, Paul. Happy early birthday. Videos helped me get started on Amazon quickly and smoothly. Started selling 2 weeks ago. Hey, Steve, that is awesome, my man. That's very, very cool. Winter work gloves. I'm going in quick mode now. I'm really trying to find something here. Sometimes it can be tough. Goal with your brand, build to exit ASAP. So I know this is really arbitrary, but I've got this figure in my mind. I've had it in my mind for a long time. That's $10 million. Valuation of the company at 10 million would be fantastic. AKA like could exit for that. But yeah, I don't know. I really am kind of connected to this brand. I don't necessarily know that I would exit it. What I might do is automate it to a point where like if it's big enough and we can have enough employees to make it run very smoothly with very little input from me, I'd probably just go start working on another brand. And like I almost always want to keep this brand unless we get offered like something insane. Like if we could grow it to like 100 million, then like I might start changing my mind. And like to be fair, we would have to do some crazy things and like really branch out really far into the market to get like $100 million valuation on this. It would be like, yeah, that's probably not going to happen, but never say never. I mean, technically the whole market would be big enough to do that, but it would take a very long time. Don't say hi, Paul. Hello. What's the best case scenario for an Amazon brand exit on an annual EBITDA? Oh, that's going to change depending on how you frame your business. Really can change. Like, what is your business? Are you just like a physical product company? Or have you like reframed to investors what you are? Like, are you disrupting an area? Like, is there a proprietary thing that is on your website that is like an amazing lead magnet that's like a SaaS product that you built that ties into your physical product, and like all of a sudden you can shift what your multiple would be for your exit. There's a really good book called How to Sell Your Business that talks about stuff like that. I'm not even going to bother like saying, let's say 3 to 5x EBITDA. That's like a generic one I could say. Can the things learned here be applied to the TikTok shop somehow? I don't use TikTok. I don't even know what the TikTok shop is. Sorry, I don't know how to answer that. And that's just me being a grumpy old man, so. Not that there's not opportunity or potential or any of that. I just have, right now I've got to put the blinders on, focus. So I'm trying not to think about new opportunities. I even stopped posting on Instagram because I'm like, I just want to have YouTube personal brand and I want to have my business. That's it. I just need to tractor beam. Let's see. I mean, can we look at, let's look at the papaya seeds. I'm curious. Oh, it's a supplement. I was thinking about growing papayas. See, I don't know anything about this. Oh, there actually is papaya seeds here. That's what I thought the whole market was going to be. Okay, interesting. Let's see. Supplements specifically where the market's quite small, but the customer engagement is quite high, are somehow more, not somehow, they're quite a bit more attractive to me than just like going into like protein powder for sure. So like this brand does $62,000 a month. The consistency of their sales right there is telling me they probably have a really solid subscription model built or like returning customers. Like that change in fluctuation from day to day, like 115, 105, 119, 120, 116, 118, like it's just like almost always the same. They probably have a really high rate of like subscriptions that they built. That's my 2 cents. I don't know what this huge spike is from though. How would you differentiate these papaya seeds to make them brandable? Different ingredients. That's a good question. So with this, because let's start here. I don't know what it is, so I have to figure it out. Let's go figure it out. Is it just papaya seeds? Okay, so it's just papaya. That's what this is. Oh, this is not even freaking the seeds, man. This is like food. This is dried papaya. So that's not what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. And at this point, it's a little too small for me. 15,000, 9,000, like that just doesn't cut it. I wouldn't build a brand there, but theoretically, say that was 5 times that high. Seed powder capsules. So let's look at the ingredients. Okay, so it's just seed powder. So then your game plan can be one thing: purity of ingredients. So we source our papaya seeds unlike anyone else. And now keep in mind, we're talking about features of the product, not feeling of the brand at this point. So just how do you improve the product is the question. You can have now additives too. So you can supplement it with other ingredients that, when combined with papaya, hit the dream outcome of the customer in a way that none of these just papaya ones do. So like if they're looking for like digestive health, it's like, okay, maybe we also include ginger, we include like a peppermint oil, and we include like, there's a few things you can go through there, right? If it says naturally cleansing and it's like a digestive cleanse type thing, then like, okay, maybe we use other natural ingredients that cause like colon cleansing and we combine that with this. Okay, now we at least created a little bit of a barrier to entry, and you could create a proprietary mixture, right? Like you could technically patent that specific mixture. So then you can claim in your marketing, like, we're the only ones who do this. Hopefully that answers your question. And then branding's a whole new story. So I look at branding in terms of like who's the customer that buys this and like what's their goal. So I would need to spend a little bit of time in the reviews. One of my favorite things to do is to use Helium 10's review insights tool right here. And I like to go to the most helpful. Let's see. Okay, so this stuff is for real. For parasites, do 2 pills in the morning and 2 at night. Proof of success is light brown feces in the toilet. Okay. Not diarrhea. Okay, so I mean, I wasn't wrong. Like the colon cleansing acid, it looks like people are using this to cleanse themselves of parasites. Okay, so here's a good example. If everyone in the reviews are almost always saying, I'm cleansing myself of a colon parasite or of like an intestinal parasite that I have, like I would use that in my branding. Like that would be the package. If that was truly like 80% of the customer audience had that problem, I would just make a product for them and I would make a parasite dying on the front of it. Like it would be like, this solves this. I can prove it to you. Customer reviews are your perceived likelihood of achievement. So you start building the brand, first couple months, a little hard. You get your footing, you get 30 reviews, you get 40 reviews saying, hey, this really, really does work. The added ingredients make a huge difference as well. Product quality is great, smells great, tastes pretty good. And then we have like other brands that have successfully done this that don't use papaya. What do they do? What do they look like? Who are really popular brands for a similar customer now who's looking to cleanse, looking to detoxify? What do they look like? And then those would all of a sudden become my North Stars. I'd look at how they built their brands. What does their website look like? What does their social look like? What does their packaging look like? Take all that, reframe it, make a better product here, brand it, boom. I think that is a fantastic place to leave off a live stream. Thank you so much for everyone who tuned in for this live stream. I'm really glad you hung out with me for just over an hour and took some time out of your day to come say hi. Thanks for everyone who wished me a happy birthday. That's very kind of you. And I will be seeing everyone here on the channel next week for another YouTube video on Monday. I'll see you then. Thanks so much. Later.